Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Isa Cal, and in this video we're going to be building a surprise birthday party gift for my friend, and this is her right here. Just to give you guys a bit of a rundown of who she is a chief of mischief, she's a music lover, she is a geek, and she is a cat lover, and she is also really into green, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys some of her outfits. You can kind of get a vibe for who she is as a person. Yes, she probably would totally wear a suit of armor for a fancy occasion. That's not even a joke. And she would totally love to wear galaxy tights to work out because she actually owns some that are very similar to that. And here is where you can kind of see that I'm using a lot of green. I mean, obviously I'm using green in her hair, but I'm using green in her swimsuit and in little accessories all around. So she really does like green. And you'll see why that's important later on. So here in the beginning of the build, obviously I wanted to start off with the general shape of the alien head that I decided to build for her because she really likes aliens. And I did have a bit of a struggle getting the shape of it down because I am dumb and I am incapable of doing things symmetrically. So as you can see, I'm having a lot of trouble because it looks really weird and wonky and I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it, but I do delete it and I do restart and I start trying to fix it. If you were paying attention to this build, you could probably tell that I already had the shape at the beginning, but like I said, I'm really bad with symmetry, and it's kind of a running theme in this whole build. I'm not used to building kind of eccentric builds like this. I'm more used to building houses and, like cottages. I do some modern building, but not a whole lot. I just like to keep to my weird little tiny homes because that's who I am as a person. So here I am trying to figure out the eyes of the alien, and I really like these eco lifestyle carpets, but I do end up deleting them even though they probably look the best. I wish I had kept them because they are my favorite ones that I decided to use. Right now, you'll see me looking for pupils for some reason because I decided that this alien needed pupils, even though I don't really think that aliens have pupils. Although you can let me know if I'm wrong. I just don't really remember what aliens look like, and I'm too lazy to get my phone to look up a picture for this video, so just bear with me. So after I got done with the rugs, I decided to try my hand at using half walls, which don't give the right shape. If anything, they make this build look more like a fly than an actual alien, which is very unfortunate because she doesn't really like flies, I don't think. I don't know a lot of people who do. But this was my attempt with the half walls. I do end up deleting this, so just relax. It's not going to be that terrible. But I did decide to make the head a little bit bigger, which in hindsight worked out really well because it gave me more room on the inside for things like an office and the kitchen and, all those things that we need for a functioning Sims house. So here I'm just kind of messing with it and deciding that that's not working. So here is when I actually delete it. So what I decided to use after that were the fences that kind of give that circle shape, but that one was too hard, so I just decided to go with these, which look like my glasses, kind of. Some of it, somewhat. But this is what I did end up using, and yes, it's terrible, I'm aware. I didn't actually try very hard with this build. I did try hard because I wanted it to be somewhat nice, but I knew that it was a bit of a joke and something to make her smile and make her laugh, because that's the best birthday present I could give a friend, is something that is both meaningful and also funny. And so if I can make a butt out of myself on YouTube for my friend, I will, and I will continue to do it if that's what makes her happy. I know she wants me to go on Twitch and be dumb there, but I still haven't worked up the courage just yet. So here I decided to paint the walls that same green, which thank you Spa Day, because that is where I got the walls and the floor from. And so then I started working on landscaping, and just a fair warning, I am absolutely terrible at landscaping, especially considering that I'm trying to make an alien lot. I don't even know how to landscape for a regular house, so this was even more disastrous than normal. I tried using these mushrooms to fill in the space, and then I just decided to go crazy with these like grass things that are debug, I'm guessing from Get to Work, because I think that is where the aliens come from. But I'm not entirely sure because I'm very, very new to The Sims. I've only been playing it for about 2.5 years because this friend is the one who got me into it all that time ago. And the newest pack that came out when I started playing The Sims was Discover University. Oh no, it was Realm of Magic. So there you go. That pretty much dates the amount of time that I've been playing The Sims. It's not very long at all. So here I decided to use Scorched Earth because I decided that dirt was better because it reminded me of an alien planet and I didn't want to use a bunch of grass. So that's why it looks really weird in this lot. But I mean, we are building in Strangerville, so it's not like it's going to be out of place in this really, really weird world. And I doubt that any of its residents actually care. So I'm still going crazy with all of the blue stuff and the grass and all of these things. I just kind of go everywhere with it and it looks really weird and bad. But again, my defense is that this is an alien lot on an alien planet, Strangerville, and it's meant to look weird and it's meant to look bad, and that's fine. I take no judgment from it because it is what it is, and I didn't intend to make something beautiful. I intended to make something funny. And so here I'm working on the door, and the reason why I raised up the wall, it was so I could see all of the door options. I did end up choosing just the smaller height because I did end up choosing the Strangerville door, which, waste of time, but that's what this whole build is about. You'll figure out soon enough. And then after the door, I decided to go for the windows. And the issues that I have with both the windows and the doors, and most of the appliances, are that the green colors the game provided were pretty much blue. They were all very blue, and they didn't really suit the color that I wanted. So I was struggling to find correct colors, so I decided to just go with this base game that then turned into a beard for this alien head. So that's a whole look. That's fabulous. So once I decided I was done destroying the outside, I decided to come inside, and this is where I started dividing up the rooms because I wanted an office, a bedroom, and a bathroom, obviously, to make it at least slightly livable for a sim. It's the general shape that each room was going to take, and then I just decided to go for the lights, which I wanted them all to be green, so I got these two lights, and then the alien light, and the reason I said 3 is because that one was also the same, and that makes a little face on the inside too. That's cute. And then I also decided to use the new saucer light that we were just given on the latest update, which I think is super, super cool, and I'm so glad that we have it because I was very tired of sizing down the regular saucer light. Most of the time I was just too lazy to even do it, so I didn't, but now we have a tiny one, so that's nice. So now I'm just painting the inside of the walls, and yes, I know that they're all really gross green, but like I said at the beginning, her favorite color is green, and her favorite type of green is puke green or pea soup green, but I like puke green better because it's funny. And I think anybody will admit that those walls fall in line with puke green, especially the kitchen and that office space area, because it just looks really gross and it kind of makes me want to throw up, but I mean, it's what she likes, so we're keeping it. And then once I was done with those walls, I decided to go for the floors. And so I needed to find green floors that matched. Again, kind of the issue was that some of them were too blue, some of them weren't the kind of green that I wanted, but I ended up finding these 4 type of green floors. And yes, one of them is technically grass, but you know what? It works and it's fine. And the room looks great with it, so it doesn't matter. So then I guess I was questioning my life choices. But then I decided to go into the kitchen and I ended up using the grossest possible counter. And I promise I'm not being a jerk. I'm not making this house to look as ugly as possible. I really, really had the intention to hopefully make a house that she would like, or at least find funny and enjoyable. She can maybe even play with. I'm not sure if she'd want to play with this, but I am uploading it to the gallery so she can download it, and I guess anybody else who wants to download it too, if that so pleases you. So once I did all of the furnishings inside the kitchen, I added some more accessories with an ice cream maker and a popcorn maker and a dishwasher. I also really don't like that sink. That sink is far too blue, like that dishwasher, and that's what it is. That's what I decided to choose. I don't know why the game decided to give me a teal blue sink, but it did, and so we went with it. So once I was done messing with the kitchen for a little bit, I decided to go into the living room and get this really nice sofa, and these sofas are the ones that I like to use in my own gameplay all the time because I like making windows like that, and I like making little seating areas like that because I wish I had that in my real house. I don't, but I can wish. So then after that, I went into the kitchen, and of course, 2 of those 3 kitchen dining chairs are not functional because your Sims can't actually access them, but they look nice, and at least one of them is functional, and this house is for a single Sim anyway, so it's fine. So then I decided to go for a rug, make it green, obviously, and then I tried going for a TV and game system because she does like playing video games. And you can see me here messing with the TV, and I chose the wrong one, which is why I look really dumb. So once I realized that, I chose the correct one and put it on the wall because that's the one that I use all the time. But I constantly am getting confused anyway, so I really should have seen that coming. And so once I finished with that, I came over back to decorate this wall. And so I added a cute little cat calendar, and that poster, I think it's from Get Together. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. And then I started adding the windows because this build desperately needed more windows because it was completely void of them except for the 3 of the beard in the front. So I added one into the office, the bedroom, and the bathroom. And then I decided to turn my sights onto the office. And like I said earlier, she does like playing video games, so I gave her a gamer chair and I did my best to give her a 3-screen setup. Again, I did my best. I normally don't do that. I normally just pop one computer on and then move on because that's all my Sims ever really need. And I mean, those other 2 screens aren't even very functional, I don't think. Maybe to watch TV, but I'm not sure. So that was the first time I ever did it. I hope it turned out well. I'm not sure. But then for the rest of the room, I decided that I was going to give her a cat tree. So that, of course, warranted a cat bowl, a litter box, and a toy box because she likes cats and obviously cats need stuff. So I put those in for the cat. And then I decided to try decorating, which was kind of difficult for me with this whole build because I use the same like 6 pieces when I decorate my own builds. And so keeping to the same green color really limited me because I had to think outside the box. I don't know that any of these things are necessarily things that she would use in her own gameplay or even in her own room, but they were what fit the wall. So I just kept them. One thing that I did try to keep kind of similar to what I know she has in her real life is this tapestry that I keep fighting with. I kept trying to find one that kind of matched what she actually has in her bedroom. Obviously, I wasn't going to find it because she has an alien tie-dye thing and we don't have that in game, but the closest I could come was with that rug, that tie-dye rug there on the floor, which is why I fought really hard to keep it. And you'll see me struggling with it because I couldn't find the right place for it or the right orientation to fit in this really weirdly shaped room, and that's my own fault because it's an alien head, so of course it's going to be shaped weird. This is just a challenge that I made for myself. But I did end up choosing to just shove the rug under the bed like it was at the beginning. And then I got really stubborn with this plant too. Wanted to have it in her room, but I didn't know how to do it until I found this bookcase that I was then able to prop it on top of. And then I decided to go with a dresser, just a basic green dresser with some green tissue boxes and I think like a bathroom hair dryer set thing. I'm not entirely sure. It was a clutter item. But I did get distracted by these nuclear waste things that I put outside because I know she likes Fallout, and I think that's a thing of Fallout with nuclear waste, right? I don't know. I am terrible. I am the worst gamer in the world. I'm not a gamer. I just wanted to make a birthday present for my friend. But anyway, here is me decorating the walls of her bedroom with just, again, green anything. It was still a challenge because obviously I like what I like, but I did find this cool tapestry that I felt matched better with what she has in her room, so I put it there. And then just a couple more little decorations before I moved on to the bathroom. And the bathroom I was struggling really hard with because I really wanted to use the bathtub from Strangerville. I almost said Stranger Things, not the same thing. But that really big bathtub from Strangerville. But it was just way too large and I couldn't make it fit right with the type of sink that I wanted because I was being incredibly stubborn with the sink. I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to use a smaller one. I wanted to give her this really big sink for some reason. For no real reason, actually. It doesn't even really look that nice, but I wanted it to fill that wall and I didn't want there to be a whole lot of empty space within that bathroom in that wall. So I just switched the shower to this one from Outdoor Retreat, I think. And then gave her just a lime green toilet because of course that would fit. And then I went in and put in a mirror, some toilet paper, a sink that I didn't keep, that teal blue, because again it was blue and not green and I was very upset about that. And then I just gave her something to hang up on top of the toilet. And then I started adding bins, and that's the last thing that I did in this build because I realized I didn't have any trash cans, and that's very unfortunate. So here is the build. It is complete. It looks terrible, but that's the best that I could do. Like I said earlier, this build will be up on the gallery if anybody wants to download it and make it better and fix it because I am absolutely horrible and it looks looks absolutely horrible. Please take it away from me. My username will be down in the description for you to find if you do want to look it up on the gallery. And if this is the kind of content that you guys like to see more of, if you want to see me make a fool of myself again with new builds that I probably am going to be terrible at, please leave any ideas down in the comments, and I'll definitely be checking those to see what you guys might be interested in. I am trying to make this a thing with this YouTube channel, but obviously I want to get some input. I don't want to just be putting out stuff that's going to be boring and not fun. So please let me know what you guys would like to see. And finally, thank you guys for watching this really long, dumb video, and I hope to see you guys again real soon.